opening statement. In your experience, how has the Corps worked effectively with these non-federal sponsors just to carry out our civil works projects?
Thank you for the question, Congressman. Non-federal sponsors are an integral part of getting projects on the ground. They actually work with the Corps to identify water resource challenges on the ground. And once those challenges are identified, they do enter into a formal agreement with the Corps called a project partnership agreement, which lays out their cost share, as well as their federal requirements and any long-term obligations that they have throughout the process. And I just want to note here that the non-federal sponsors, their funding comes from public entities. So they do share a responsibility to the taxpayer, as does the federal government when designing these projects. Thank you.
Are there ways that the Corps can improve its budgeting process, you know, maybe with multi-year budgets?
Thank you for the question. So the question is, can the Corps improve their processes, correct? Whether it be multi-year or, and there are many different ways that you can look at this. Primarily, we're going to say communications, that if there's the ability of it works best among all stages of government if we can communicate, and this is even before policies are proposed, studies, projects, and there needs to be touch points throughout the process to really do a discussion about what is working, what is not working, what is feasible, and what we can do moving forward.
Yeah. And I know that was number one on your list when you were doing your opening statement, but can you expand on that just a tad bit more on the communication?
What, the communication?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, on being more clear.
There are a couple things that we did flag in the back on the communication. My earlier answer focused on primarily rules and regulations, but we do flag within the testimony concerns with the Department of War memo on engagement with congressional staff, especially during the WRDA process. Taking a step back, we realize as a non-federal sponsor how important Congress and the Corps is through this process, because the Corps can provide technical assistance to both our non-federal members as well as Congress. And so it's really important that we have that engagement.
Okay, all right, thank you, thank you. Dr. Hasagaba, I got it, didn't I? Hasagama, or Dr. Noel. In Georgia, we've seen a serious lack of operations and maintenance dredging work done in our navigability in our ports. Have you seen that at the Port of Long Beach or had similar experiences?
We have, Chairman. There's an old saying that what happens in Long Beach eventually, at our port, eventually cascades across the country, and that's how critical our port is to the nation's transportation system.
Can you give me any pointers on how we can fix some of that?
Well, to take this project that we brought before this committee today and the packer that we're requesting, this deep draft navigation project would enable us to handle larger ships that will handle more energy product. That is not only good for the nation's economy, but it prioritizes and strengthens national security as well.
Right, okay. Thank you. I don't really have time to, ask another question, but I'm going to anyway. Mr. Jones, HNTB is recently recognized for its work on public-private partnerships with the Corps. In your experience, how has the P3 approach worked to reduce costs, accelerate schedules, or otherwise improve project outcomes?
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. HNTB, as you noted, does have experience with public-private partnerships. We see that across the board that they can significantly, there's opportunities to significantly expand the Corps' capacity compared to the traditional delivery models by utilization of P3s. I think it's worth noting, though, that, P3s are not a silver bullet. They're not to be used in every instance. But in working with either the Corps or the non-federal sponsor, understand what the project is, what the goals of the project are, and then consider what alternative delivery opportunities there may be. P3 may, in fact, be the best opportunity to, one, to accelerate the project delivery, get that project online quicker, and leverage private resources that can be brought to bear to accelerate often delayed project schedules.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I am definitely out of time, so I yield back. Chair now recognizes the ranking member, Ms. Wilson.